Heyo, welcome into the CHGO White Sox pregame show presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio A of the CHGO studios. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Ramadan and happy Passover as well. We got all the 3 holy holidays happening on one day, and it's a full moon. So some crazy White Sox baseball should be expected on today, Sunday, April 17th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And the man next to me is Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
You can follow him on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. We're being produced today by Stephen Nicholas. And yes, we were already 5 minutes late, Beef. Thank you. We are not, we try to be punctual. We're punctual-ish.
I was going to say something, but people wouldn't understand it.
What were
we're on CP time. You don't understand it.
Well, I mean, I know what it stands for.
Okay. If you know, you know. I won't explain it.
What's up, Danny? How you doing? And
Only one of us, but
what's up, Sean? I mean, I'm not CP, but I'm down with CP. You know.
I got you.
You know me.
I do.
Down with OPP. And what's up, Kirk, Sean? Good to see everybody funneling in. Herb, you were at the ballpark this weekend. Did you have a fun time?
Oh, just an amazing time. 3rd time at the ballpark this whole year.
Busy week for you. Three times this week.
Like, it's a dream to do that as a White Sox fan, but as a 43-year-old White Sox fan, it's tough. It's really tough on the body. You know, this body right here can't take 3 days of 4 going to the White Sox game. So yesterday I crashed hard. Like, Tanny drove me home. I got home at about 5. Just out of it, took some edibles and
there you go.
Cruised to a good evening.
Took some Strava CBD coffee.
Oh my God! I only did 2 beers yesterday. For the whole game, 2 beers. That's a loss right there for me. It was just great to be at the ballpark, see the people we saw. The weather wasn't great yesterday. The wind was blowing. We were in the shade the whole time, but there's no better place to be than at a White Sox place, as we argue on Twitter. And we battle and we talk a little bluster when we're away from each other. But when we're together, settlements of arguments get done, and we stop all the garbage, and we come together as a unit, as a White Sox fan unit. It's also good to see some people that you're on Twitter or you're on the chat line, put a face to the name.
Well, it sounds like you did some healing at the game, which is always good to hear. But you saw Jimbo, too, our guy.
Yeah, sat next to Jimbo for Friday. Salt of the earth.
Her favorite Croatian, right?
Salt of the earth guy. He was teaching me about Ron Robbins and such. Jimbo's a great guy.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you guys should sit next to Jimbo for a game.
Absolutely. Jimbo gets the CHGO White Sox endorsement and the good ball game partner too. So
exactly.
It's a good test of a person if you could sit at a ball game with them and then also drive in a car. If they pass the car test, they'll also pass the baseball test, which is very important tests in my life. Shout out to Mailman Jack, who worked Friday, then went Friday, worked Saturday. He's dying. So Mailman Jack's putting in the work both literally and at the Sox game. So that's good to see. Let's preview this game. Sox look for a sweep. You took the first 2 against the Rays. Great performance from Dylan Cease on Friday. A great performance from Michael Kopech on Saturday. Which one was your favorite? You saw both live.
It was Michael Kopech, because he had a tough first inning. Could not command anything. He was, I think I've documented it was like 12-12 or 12-13 first inning. So 12 balls to 13 strikes in the first inning. So 25 pitches. You're like, oh, this guy is toast. He's not going to make it the 5th. He battled throughout. I think eventually he threw like 75 pitches, battled back, had more strikes than balls, and learned how to pitch. Understood, like, hey, I don't have this pitch right now. I'm going to shelf it until I do. And that's a good sign of a maturing pitcher. Getting through 5 innings when you don't have your stuff in the first is the exact thing that great pitchers do. Understand that, hey, I don't have my A+ stuff. I'm going to go to battle with my C stuff. And he got through that Tampa Bay Rays lineup. And it's a very good testament to him to do that, to understand that he can do that in games going forward. Yeah,
and what I love to see too, the pitch mix. We talked about how important his curveball was in that first game, and how he started using it more and more as the game got later on. He used his curveball more than he used his slider last time, and it paid off. So I really like seeing the pitch mix from there. But Dylan gave you a really important outing as well. That can't be overlooked. Right now, the Sox starting pitching has been fantastic. fantastic. Even though it hasn't been great in volume, it has been great everywhere else. Vince Velasquez, we were worried about him last time, but we're getting him today. I wouldn't be too worried if this is a bullpen day for the Sox, because so far so good in this series. They've been managing the pitchers well. The starting pitchers have performed very well. So I think this is a really important game for the Sox, because they talked about putting away teams. This is now how you put away a team. You just got a great performance out of your two starters. You got this team on the ropes, and they're throwing out a guy who's never started before. This is how you jump on a team. So, they weren't able to do it with the Tigers because they blew that first game. They weren't able to do it with the Mariners. They lost the last game. Here is now another opportunity to put a team away, and this is the AL East champion Rays that they're putting away. This has been a really fun season so far for the White Sox. They're looking for phenomenal, so it's really exciting so far, the start that the Sox have gotten out to.
Yeah, and the pitcher they're going against today is JP Feyereisen. I don't care about his pitch mix, guys. I mean, fastball, slider, changeup, I believe, is what he throws. He is a Packers fan. Hates the Bears. He still, in 2013, he said the Bears still suck. He wasn't wrong, and he's currently not wrong. But I don't like JP Feyereisen, too tough. And my guy Ryan Sudol, who works operations down there, scoreboard operations down there in Tampa Bay for the Rays, said that he's a dead ringer for Mac, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, really?
I've never seen the show, but I looked it up. I can see it. Stephen Nicholas loves the show. He's a big time fan.
Have you seen Feyereisen? I mean, yeah, okay. We got pictures pulling up here. With the mustache, I don't see it. More with the beard, a little bit. But I heard pictures are weird, so I mean, it would make sense if this guy's funny too.
Rob McElhenney, I think is his
Rob
real name.
McElhenney, and he's married to Caitlin Olsen, who's D on that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a couple there. And Ryan's a former score guy, right?
Ryan Sudol used to work at the Score for a couple years.
You never know where those guys end up. But yes, very interesting story for Feyereisen. He's a University of Wisconsin guy, so shout out to our guy Adam Hogg of the Chicago Bears podcast. And I called him. I'm doing the less thing to him.
Yeah, and people
I know,
that.
but I do it even. It's not even on purpose. It's just ingrained in me because of Les.
And Feyereisen made his major league debut last year or 2 years ago with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
So pitched for his hometown team also.
And in his debut, I'm reading this right now because I'm on his Wikipedia, because I just wanted to make sure I got the whole details right. Feyereisen and Rasmussen, who you saw on Friday, were traded in exchange for Willy Adames and Trevor Richards. So it's a weird swap there where you give up Adames, who's a great shortstop for the Brewers, but you see Wander Franco out there, you see Brandon Lau out there who's getting MVP votes, and they even got I think more kids down in the minor leagues that are even supposed to be better than Adames. So a weird trade where you now get two pitchers, and Feyereisen now making his first career start. It should be interesting. But when he made his major league debut, he pitched one inning, striking out Chris Bryant, and then giving up a solo home run to Anthony Rizzo. So he made his major league debut against the Cubs, gave up a home run to a first baseman. Maybe he'll do the same today to Jose Abreu.
That'd be great.
Just thinking about that.
That'd be great.
So,
I just want him to suffer because of his hatred of the Bears. I don't know. I hate the Bears probably just as much as he does.
Yeah, probably. You probably hate him more. The Bears are probably more on your mind than JP Feyereisen. He has a job to do.
I tweeted this out. JP Feyereisen's like, you know what? I want the Packers to start sucking for a couple of years so it can be better for my health.
He tweeted that?
Yeah, he
That's
tweeted
a bad
that.
Take.
Yeah, like all that winning of the NFC North. He's like, ugh, I just can't stand all this winning.
Oh, man.
We're going to be winning and winning. And he can't stand it.
Well, and you didn't even bring up his bio. God, family, and the Green Bay Packers. That's his holy trinity, is God, family, and the Packers. I mean, not even his mighty, mighty Tampa Bay Rays.
Nope.
He's all in love with the Packers. This guy's a huge Wisconsinite, huh?
Let's allow him to go and celebrate Easter correctly with a early exit of this ball game so we can have God and family and then enjoy the Packers too.
You said Jonathan Patrick? Jonathan Phillip?
Jonathan Paul, I believe.
Jonathan Paul Feyereisen on January 5th, 2013. Good job, Packers. Great game, Vikings. But remember, the Bears didn't even make the playoffs. Hashtag the Bears still suck.
Just sideswiping the Bears for no damn reason. What a dick.
This is ridiculous. Yeah. I didn't realize that this was going to be our lead, that the pitcher for the Rays is an avid Bears hater online. This is a great find by you. To be fair. Herb. This is what we need. We don't care about
that
the
was
pitch
8
mix.
years ago.
Yeah, but I mean,
probably the hatred has grown.
Well, he did call them the Motor City Kitties in 2017. I mean, this guy's actively hating the Bears online.
He's going to be a good post-career guy. welcome here to CHGO when we do a Bears-Packers crossover.
He tweeted this picture of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman and called him Beavis and Butthead. So he is one of us. So
one of us.
Maybe we're down with JP Feyereisen here. And apparently he's talked to Rami Makloff. I'm not sure if that's true or not. So maybe we got to ask Rami what kind of character this guy is. But yeah, pitch mix, 46% fastball, 27% slider, and then 25% changeup. But you're likely only going to see him for an inning. He is an opener. I know this is kind of a new idea for Sox fans. We don't really see openers, but he'll only pitch the first inning. He's never done this, by the way. This is his first time opening. That slider is really nasty. You'll see that fastball. It's got a high velocity. But really, if the Sox are able to get to him, the guy that they're throwing out, Tommy Romero, after that, they can get to. So this is going to be an interesting day. Let's talk about the lineups here. We'll go to the Sox, and then we'll go to the Rays. First off for the Sox, who else will be batting first for the Sox but Tim Anderson? He'll be playing shortstop. Second will be Luis Robert. He'll be playing center field. Third, Jose Abreu, who I mentioned a little bit earlier, playing first base. Fourth, Yasmani Grandal. He'll be doing the catching today. Fifth, Eloy Jimenez in left field. 6th, Gavin Sheets, he is DHing. 7th, Josh Harrison, he's playing second base. 8th, Jake Berger, he's playing third base. And batting 9th, Adam Engel in right field. Herb, no Andrew Vaughn today.
I mean, I'm getting used to it.
Yes.
He's played most of the games.
Most of them have.
Yeah. I mean, no. Lurie's played more because Lurie's better, apparently.
So true.
And
because he bats 6th in the lineup.
I'm just
Andrew Vaughn bats
resigned
9th.
to the fact that Andrew Vaughn is a true platoon guy to Tony La Russa. True. Like a guy that's probably going to hit over 300. He's right now he's hitting like 450. He's going to get on base at a 38% clip. I mean, it's going to be a platoon guy. I know we're not supposed to get mad, and I know the Sox are doing well. I just feel like we realize it, that Andrew Vaughn's going to be an elite bat. Rick Hahn probably realizes that. The person putting the lineup out every day doesn't realize it.
Well, I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know if this is like an old school approach for Tony that this guy is struggling, but Leary's been here for 10 years. He knows that if he just gets more at-bats that he'll start clicking in that 6th hole, right? Like I don't know if it's that thought process, but that is true, like lineup malpractice right there. Having Andrew Vaughn 3 spots behind a 1-for-23 Leary Garcia yesterday. I know this isn't even the lineup that we're talking about today, and I'm sorry, but we didn't talk about it yesterday, and it was on my mind, and it's extremely frustrating to see it happening, but I'm just trying to think of what is the reasoning. I don't think it's because Andrew Vaughn is disliked by Tony La Russa. I think Tony really likes Andy Vaughn. I don't know why I'm calling him Andy.
We were sitting in 110, Chris Tannehill and I, and shout out to Tanny.
Shout out to Tanny.
Andrew Vaughn laced a double down the third base line. Guy behind us yells out, "Why is he batting 9?" I was like, same guy. Like, he can be out of the lineup, but when he's in, should never, ever, ever, ever bat behind Leury Garcia. And Leury Garcia should never bat higher than 7th.
Right. And it's weird. Like, we've seen him at 5th before. We've seen him at 5th and then being dropped to 9th. Like, there's no consistency, which is my biggest issue. Like, I'm fine with the consistency that he's, on against left-handers, he's off against right-handers, at least right now, early on in the season. I know you're not a fan of it. But I do think that it's inconsistent. Like, make sure that he knows where he's going to be in the lineup. Like, this stuff where he's jumping from 5th to 7th to 8th to 9th or, up to 4, whatever. Like, it's too much bouncing around, I think, for him. I think you need to start giving him some consistency. Not only do you need to give him consistent at bats, but you need to give him consistency in his day in and day out. So start making him the DH. And I know he's been in right field because of the Pollock injury. That will change after April 20th or whatever when Pollock comes back. But that is the most frustrating part to me, is that he's not consistently in the same lineup spot or even position.
Guys, small sample size, but Jake Berger's been great. Connor wants to know, is he going to stay up even after all these injuries are over?
What are your thoughts, Herb?
I don't think so. I think Jake Berger's, and I wish this for Jake Berger, him to go to some other team and play every day. He deserves it. Unless they're trading Yohan Moncada, which they're not, I don't think Jake Berger has a place on this team because you have the solid defense of Josh Harrison already. You already have the aforementioned Leury Garcia. Leury Garcia signed for 3 years. Jake Berger could look good on somebody else's team. Somebody might be able to say, hey, we didn't know if Jake Berger was the guy that came out of Missouri State. Now that he's in the majors, I see that he has the hit tool still there. His defense sounds good. It looks good. let's trade for Jake Burger. And if the White Sox can get a pitcher that they're looking for or a position player that they're looking for, and Jake Burger's the last little key to put in there, I think that'll be great because I don't see a future for Jake Burger here on the White Sox. And I want what's best for him, and what's best for him is go and play in the major leagues and get some money.
Yeah.
Because he can play in the major leagues. I don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but I know he's going to hit at the major league level.
Well, and the issue, too, is like he could be valuable to the Sox. It's not like he's not valuable to a major league team. But just the issue is the playability. I mean, you have Gavin Sheets, who's already a first baseman and a right fielder. You already have Leary and Josh Harrison, who can cover second and third base. You have Yoan Moncada, who's going to come back as well. Like, there is just no position for him because DH is being taken up by Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is just tough to get him playing time.
Yeah, and I think he has options. So theoretically, he can go right back down to AAA and do that. And that's probably what the White Sox will do with him when Yoan gets off the IL. But yeah, in its best form, he is probably a major league player somewhere else.
Right. And thinking about like if he could stay on the actual roster, it seems like Severino and Lambert will go down. That's who got called up when Giolito and Pollock went to the IL. So those two would make it, the 28-man roster a little bit more whole. So then it would probably, you could send Danny Mendick down. He's still on the roster. I would rather keep Berger around than Mendick.
I would rather have Berger getting it consistent at bats down at AAA than just languishing on the bench, not getting consistent bats with the White Sox.
Right. So
maybe with Tony, you get him once or twice a week, but down there in Charlotte, play 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and they'll get some more exposure. He could actually develop a little bit more. I don't know if you can develop on the bench in the major leagues.
And I think in May they have to go to
26, right?
26, but 13 and 13. 13 pitchers and 13 hitters. So we'll figure that out. But I do think Jake Berger has a little bit more time here because I think until Yoan is coming back, then Berger will stay on the team because Danny Mendick should go down before Berger. Let's go to the Rays lineup. They're leading off. Brandon Lau, he's playing second base. Second, Wander Franco, he's playing shortstop. Third, Randy Arozarena, who just got ejected. He's DHing today. Fourth, G-Man Choi, he's playing first base. Fifth, Yandy Diaz, he's playing third base today. Sixth, Josh Lowe playing left field. Seventh, Manuel Margot playing right field. Eighth, Kevin Kiermaier playing right field as well. Who's playing center field today?
Kiermaier's playing center.
All right, eighth, Kevin Kiermaier playing center field. And number 9th, Francisco Mejia. He is catching today for the Rays. I got Lau on some bets today, so I'm glad he's leading off.
All right, so it's Brandon Lau and Josh Lowe, right?
Yes.
Okay. Spell your name right. Family, Brandon Lau. It's Lowe. That's not Lau. It's Lowe. Come on now.
Get Lau.
I am very happy that G-Man Choi was walked yesterday. In the 9th inning, they had first and third. G-Man Choi comes up with, I think, 2 outs. And I'm like, ooh, I think he's got a bunch of extra base hits. He's like hitting 500 early in the season. We haven't really seen him in the series before. The guy at first steals second. I was like, thank Jesus. And the White Sox immediately intentionally walked G-Man Choi to face the 9th hitter who was substituting in for Franco at the shortstop yesterday. So they got the game over right there with a nice strikeout by Liam Hendricks. And a little shaky, but he got the job done. G-Man Choi is the person to look out for today. He's a hitter this year, early in his career, or early in this season. Mm-hmm. I was not looking forward to facing him, especially with Liam's struggles. Really couldn't get over the slider, and I think that's been most of the problem for Liam, even though the pitch he threw to the last hitter was a slider 90 miles per hour in the dirt.
Yeah, his fastball's been looking fine, but you're right. The breaking ball has not found him just yet, but I hope that's just early season struggles, and we'll see if we see Liam. We just saw him in 2 straight days, so we'll see if he can fix it up. But we got William Campbell saying, can I be honest, this Rays lineup looks less threatening without Meadows. Why did they trade him? Well, I think part of it is just the fact that they don't think they can extend him, and another thing, too, is like they're trying to find guys like Yandy Diaz is only good against certain matchups, right? Like, I mean, he was a cast-off, but he's really good doing one certain thing. Meadows is in the same way, but I think people see him as a higher prospect, and he just has a higher price tag. So he was just becoming too expensive for them. They're a cheap organization. That's how cheap organizations work. They're also a smart organization. That's why this cheap organization is a playoff team and still has a threatening 1 through 5 like they do. Because, I mean, G-Man Choi was a cast-off everywhere, and right now I think he's got an OPS of 1,700. So, like, they find ways for people to work. Those overlooked guys, they try to find ways for them to work. So Meadows isn't really overlooked. You remember Austin Meadows, but you really don't remember anyone else besides the guy they gave a $200 million contract to. They're not cheap when it's a superstar, apparently.
And Mailman Jack wants to know if any news on Moncada or Joe Kelly. And our own Vinny Duber, who's at the game, Tony La Russa updated that Joe Kelly is throwing mid-90s and no discomfort, increased stamina out in Arizona, scheduled to throw again to hitters soon. TRL unsure that Kelly will need rehab stint in the minors before joining the big league team. Hahn said last week that was likely. So that's from our own Vinny Duber about Joe Kelly. I do not see any tweets or any talk about Yohan Moncada as yet.
I'm trying to find one from Vinny, but I just typed in Moncada, and the first one that I found was James Fegan. So sorry to Vinny. I think he probably tweeted this as well. But this is from Fegan. Tony La Russa said Yohan Moncada is still feeling discomfort on some movements needed for defense, so he's not putting a timeline on his next step up until that subsides, and that was yesterday.
Not
so
good.
Vinny probably had that too, so my bad on that. But A.J. Pollock is also around 80 to 85% and will head to AAA Charlotte for some rehab soon. But no, I don't think Vinny wasn't out at the – no, Vinny was at the game yesterday.
He was at the game yesterday.
He wasn't at Friday.
Exactly.
Jared covered that game on Friday. But let's take a quick break. We got to mention our friends over at PointsBet. The best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. That's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. If you're wondering how you want to read Vinny Duber's work or Jared Willis's work, or if you're a Cubs fan and you're just watching some Sox stuff to kill some time, you could read Ryan Herrera's work. You go to do that by, first off, taking advantage of this great promo code and promo deal from PointsBet. Use code CHGO, deposit $50 into your PointsBet account, and you'll get a free CHGO membership. All of our CHGO members can read all of that great content. So you'll get $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet using the code CHGO. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo, and we will help you out. PointsBet is your home for live in-play betting, and it just got even better. Introducing PointsBet's newest feature, the live NBA same-game parlay. If you're looking for some bets tonight, we got the CHGO Bull Show going off around a half hour before the playoff game tonight, which I think starts at 5:10. So around 4:30, Matt Peck, Big Dave, Will Gottlieb will get you ready. I know Peck's a very good bettor. I know Big Dave's a very good bettor, and they will have some bets for you.
5 p.m. for the pregame show.
5 p.m. So they're going to be doing a long one for you. So 5 p.m. if you want to look for some Bulls bets, and you could take advantage of the live same game parlay that PointsBet is offering you. Online signup is available in Illinois. You could download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. So we went through the full basket lineup. This isn't a Sunday lineup for you, and there's Sunday uniforms. These are not your grandfather's Sunday uniforms. The 83s are out.
Well, Vinny corrected me.
Get it. Oh.
He said they're not wearing them today.
Oh.
So it's not 100% official that they're just gone forever. They're wearing their Southside uniforms.
Yes. So, I mean, maybe that's in honor of the Liam Hendricks bobblehead that they just rolled out with him in the Southside uniform. But if the 83s are gone on Sunday, 83, I'm fine with it. I don't need to see it.
Bring back the vest.
Bring back the vest. Bring back the blue one from 1969, the blue pinstripe, or bring back the red one.
Put them in rotation. You don't have to have the same one. If the players like a certain look and they want to just continue wearing it because of superstition, wear those. But like have a weekend, or have a Sunday at home where you're wearing the vest again. You're wearing the blues. You're wearing the collars.
Become
just
like
have Chris Sale away from us.
Right.
Though.
Become the Oregon Ducks of the MLB. That's what I want the Whites out. You have so many beautiful uniforms. Let's roll them out as many as we can see, because the 83s are cool, but I don't have a real tie to that team. And maybe I think maybe they just keep them around for Tony. I'm surprised that Tony doesn't want to wear those 83s. He'd probably be more comfortable in those.
Jimbo and Mailman Jack have the same thing. Jimbo wants the 89 script back, and then Mailman Jack gives me the Campbell C's, which are the same era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Frank Thomas Major League debut one where he's wearing 15, the Big Hurt wearing 15, which is weird, hitting a triple in his Major League debut. But let's talk about these spoiled eggs of a pitching matchup. You got Vince Velasquez on the mound for the Sox, and you got some randos for the Rays. You got J.P. Feyereisen, who's a Packer fan, and you got Tony Romero, who just made his debut this year for
Probably
the Rays.
A Vikings fan.
Probably, and going up against Vince Velasquez. So J.P. Feyereisen, he is mainly a relief pitcher. This is his first career start. He has pitched in a grand total of, I think, 3 1/3 innings. And then Tony Romero, who's coming in, has pitched in an inning and 2/3. So they combined for 5 innings total. They have given up 5 earned runs in that 5 innings, 5 Ks to 5 walks, and then they've allowed 4 hits total. So the White Sox should be able to jump on Romero, but Feyereisen might give them trouble in the first inning. Then Vince Velasquez in his first start, 4 innings, 2.25 ERA, 2 Ks, 3 walks, 2 hits allowed. It was good enough, though, because the White Sox got the win that day.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that ratio, 2 to 3 for walks to strikeouts to walks. I feel, and I'm just going to put this out there, please mark it down. I feel like Vince Velasquez is Matt Latos. Will pitch well. The White Sox will win in his starts, but hell will be coming to breakfast eventually. He's not a major league starter. What he's doing for us, awesome. Please continue doing it. But I think he has a short time of doing things, and my phone just fell down. Phone didn't want to be part of that. The phone's like, nah, that's your opinion, bro.
Matt Latos, I'm out.
That is your opinion. I'm about to leave me out this. But please, Vince, make me wrong. Make me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he's just got to be good for 2 months. I mean, he's just got to be all right for 2 months. And the White Sox lineup needs to pick him up. Like, if he gives you 4 innings or 4 innings, 5 innings today with 4 earned runs, I'll take that. Like, I mean, he doesn't need to be great. He just needs to be all right.
Apparently, we're wrong. Jimbo said broadcast is starting. Sox are in the home white.
Yes. All right. Where is Vinny? Is Vinny at the right game? Was Vinny seeing the 80?
Maybe I read it wrong from Vinny. But
no,
yeah.
I thought he said South Side.
I thought so too. He said the South Sides are more for more than just one season. Maybe I read his his tweet incorrectly. So home whites, if you just go home whites, it's boring, but they're great uniforms. They look great on the field. So if that's what they want to go, and Vince Velasquez, I think usually the pitchers get the choice if we're going to do home whites or alternate blacks. Yeah. But Vince Velasquez likes how he looks in a home white uniform.
I have no idea what the hell is going on because it's maybe they're replacing the blacks with the South Sides, and that's what Vinny's saying, is that if we're not going to see the traditional black uniforms, the black alternates with the base socks on the shoulder, that the South Side might be replacing those, because I think that's the question that he was answering, but I think he replied to you, and I'm not sure what's going on. So, yeah, home whites. Oh, yeah, so he said today, so are they in black tops or South Side? Sorry if you answer that elsewhere. He said home whites. So, okay. Vinny's got the right stuff. Go follow Vinny at Vinny Duber. He's a good reporter with good eyes, apparently.
Yes, I'm not there for the first time this weekend, so that's on me. That's Herb.
It's all those games. It's just gotten you all worn down. So let's go back to those pitchers just real quick. Feyereisen making his first start for the Sox. He'll only pitch an inning. Romero is going to give them length, supposedly. Romero features a four-seam fastball that he throws about 65% of the time, a slider that he throws about 25% of the time, and it does not hit the zone often. And he's got a split finger that he throws as well, but he's only thrown that 6 times. So we'll see if he can be effective, but as of right now, the White Sox, I look at this, they should have an easy first 5 innings against the Rays.
Easy?
Yeah. I mean, Feyereisen, if you're able to just work a count, I think that you'll be able to put pressure on them. This is the first time he's ever started. This is so out of the ordinary for him. This is out of his normal schedule. This is the first time he's doing it, and he's going up against Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, and Jose Abreu. You guys should give him hell. I don't care. You need to work 8 pitch counts. You need to make that man throw 24 pitches. If you get a run in that inning, you need to give Vince Velasquez some cushion.
You know who you're talking about, right?
What?
Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, and Jose Abreu. You said
right.
Take
work
some
pitches.
Count?
I know.
Okay.
I know. No. But like either work a count or like get on base so then Yasmani can work a count. You know, like
Tim swinging at the first pitch.
Probably.
That's
but
happening.
If he's getting on base, I don't care.
That's happening. So yes, I don't know if they're going to work counts, but they might pound him.
Yeah, we'll see.
If he's only throwing 3 pitches and not any of them looking specifically spectacular, I think the White Sox will probably get some runs. I bet the opposite because I want to win money.
All right, so what'd you bet today before we get to that?
I bet that the the Tampa Bay Rays will beat the White Sox in the first inning. They will beat the White Sox. So whatever run, if they get 1, 2, 3, they will win the first inning.
So you're not trusting Vince Velasquez today in the first inning?
I am not.
All right, we'll see if that happens. I'm going away from you. I'm going to take the White Sox. Well, not away in a way. I'm taking the White Sox total first innings to be over a run. So I think they're going to score at least 2 runs.
So we can both win.
We could both win. If if it's after 3,
7-2.
Yeah, or if it's 3-2, I'll be a little bit more optimistic. If it's 3-2, I'll still win that bet. And then I also got a four leg same game parlay. TA to get a hit, Yaz to get a hit, Yaz to record an RBI, and Brandon Lau, not Low, to record a hit as well. So we'll see if any of those hit for me. Pick to click to pick. What
Click
you got?
to pick. I got Yasmani Grandal. Patience. He, which should be hitting third. I've always said that. Has patience. He can know that JP Feyereisen is not long for this game and see a couple pitches for this next guy and for the guys who come after him and draw some walks. He hasn't yet drawn the walks that he usually does throughout his career. So I'm going with Yasmani Grandal. He's been extra aggressive. Yesterday got robbed, I think, by Brett Phillips with a great catch in left center field. Yasmani's right there. He'll hit a home run today.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Jake Berger. He's been great so far, so why go away from him? He's trying to make a ball club somewhere, whether it's on the south side or somewhere else. He is.
Yes.
So Jake Berger, I think he'll have a good day. He's been hitting the ball very, very hard. And real final thing, I know Steven wants to end this, but William Campbell said in the postgame, will y'all discuss the Sox having the fewest walks in the league and also averaging very fewer runs despite their average aggressive plate approach? Absolutely. I'm loving it. I'm loving what I'm seeing. The White Sox have the hardest hit percentage in the league right now. They're nearly at 50% as a team. They have so many hard hit balls right now. I love the fact that they are just taking what is given to them. They are turning on balls. It hasn't turned into runs just yet. And they need more guys on, absolutely. But Yoan should start getting on more. Yasmani should start getting on more. And those guys usually draw the brunt of the walks. Yoan drew like 80-plus walks last year. So I think this is absolutely fine. The fact that they also have the second lowest K rate is good. You know, the fact that they're not striking out a ton and not walking would be bad. Like if it's the opposite, then we have issues. But the fact that they're not striking out and they're not walking, they are just hitting the hell out of the ball. I'm fine with that. Ball in the air and hit the ball far. I mean, that's a good offensive strategy to me. So I'm fine with it. But that's going to do it for the White Sox pregame. Herb, prediction?
White Sox lose today.
Ooh.
I think the White Sox is going to lose. It's not. I don't know the score. Let's go at 5-3. The Tampa Bay Rays win.
Boo.
Let's hope I'm wrong on everything I've said today.
Sox sweep, baby. We're going 4-1 Sox winner.
All right.
I don't know.
You should put money down on that.
I should put money down on that. I didn't actually think about the score. I just said 4-1. So 4-1, Sox win. Vince Velasquez is going to go 7 shutout innings. That's going to do it. I am losing my brain right now. Let's go watch some White Sox baseball as they're in their home whites today.
I'm eating whatever,
not their south
whatever
sides
you're
of
eating.
80
If that's
degrees.
7 innings of no, you say shutout baseball.
Yeah, shutout.
Whatever you guys list.
And
I'll eat whatever you list if he does that.
Well, no, we already did this. We already did that back.
I know. So I'm doing it again.
He said all
it's in perpetuity.
It was coming from someplace. I said it like 2 weeks ago, and now it's coming back up.
You said all season long if you pitched a shutout.
Mark it down.
But like a shutout for 9 innings, or like a shutout
if he
for
does 7 innings,
You
yes,
just said
I'll-
shutout.
If he
it's
does
a
7,
7-inning
I'll
one?
100%. I'll do it. I don't care if he goes the whole 9.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Fred's going with Lou Bob for click to pick, so he's going away from you. He's got 3 hits, so we'll see. We need a White Sox winner. Let's go get the sweep. Let's go watch Jason and Steve. That's going to do it for the CHGO White Sox pregame show. Thank you all for watching and participating here, and we will see you after the last out is made. For Herb Lawrence, I'm Sean Anderson. For our producer, Stephen Nicholas, we will see you after the White Sox win.